Benny Johnson here posted some footage. You might have heard last week at Radio City Music Hall. There was a big fundraiser in my hometown.
I got caught in it on the way to Gutfeld. I got to get out of the cab and walk from 33rd to 46 because it's bullshit.
Here's a little footage. People were very excited about the fundraiser. They all came out to show their support for Joe Biden's reelection. Or to protest it. We're not.
I didn't get caught in that.
We're not sure which. So it seems like they wanted to get the appropriate entertainment for what some have called the night of 1,000 rapists. And so they got the perfect act for that. Someone who is herself being currently sued by her former backup dancers for sexual harassment. And Lizzo, after being revealed as the monstrous person that she allegedly is, made a perfect entertainment act for this event. So let's see a little of that.
Radio City Music Hall! We got 3 presidents in the building tonight. That sounds like a party to me. So everybody, clap your hands.
Yeah, perfect entertainment. So just to remind people of what she's accused of, because this is the news cycle moves fast. This was all the way back in August. Former Lizzo dancers were weight shamed and pressured while at strip club.
Hold on a minute.
Lawsuit says.
If you're being fat shamed by Lizzo, don't you think it's possible that you might be too fucking fat? Don't you think it's at least a possibility? If Lizzo's got to say something.
I think she's just a sick person. I think she just liked to, based on the accounts, she liked to psychologically torture these people. At the club, Lizzo allegedly, she took them to a strip club, began inviting cast members to take turns touching the nude performers, catching dildos launched from the performers' vaginas, and eating bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas.
Jimmy never takes me to do that.
The suit says. Never. This was her tribute to Vietnam.
Sounds better than Ellen.
Lizzo then turned her attention to, I speak of the war, where the troops were notorious for attending such performances, not current day. I assume that doesn't go on there anymore. Lizzo then turned her attention to Ms. Davis and began pressuring Ms. Davis to touch the breasts of one of the nude women. Davis declined, according to the suit, and Lizzo allegedly led a chant goading her to do so. After Davis declined 3 more times, the chant, quote, grew louder and more strident, demanding a visibly uncomfortable Ms. Davis to engage with the performer.
Party!
But exactly. When Davis eventually acquiesced and briefly touched the performer, the group burst into laughter, the suit says. Afterward, Lizzo allegedly pressed a member of her security staff to get on stage and began yelling, "Take it off," according to the suit. Now, okay, so now listen. This shows you how little the Democratic Party, that is so eager to signal their virtue around bodily autonomy and sexual rights and assault, and they don't give a fuck. Like, obviously, you're going to put Bill Clinton, serial molester proven.
Sounds fun.
Serial rapist alleged, but I think the proof is pretty strong. Joe Biden, serial groper of, we're on Rumble, I don't want to make things hard for the editor.
Sniffy Joe, we can call him.
Sniffy Joe.
That's on camera.
I will once again recommend Paul Joseph Watson's video that is still on YouTube, Creepy Uncle Joe, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Serial groper of many people, Joe Biden, and alleged rapist Joe Biden. And okay, all right, so fine, Bill Clinton is, like fungus embedded into the Democratic Party, and Joe Biden is the sitting president. Why do you go out of your way to have your headliner be somebody who very publicly was disgraced for being a betrayal of everything she claimed to stand for, and is being sued for sexually harassing her staff.
She's protected.
Well, that's it. If she had ever expressed the slightest kind word towards Donald Trump, all you'd hear about is what a monster she is.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Eddie from Midwestern Marks. This video got around a little bit. He did a pretty good video about Lizzo's performance here.
So there was recently a fundraising event at Radio City Music Hall in New York that featured not one, not two, but 3 war criminal presidents. And the event started with a concert by the establishment's favorite musician, Lizzo. I guess these presidents heard the story about her mistreating her workers and they were like, let's go, that's our girl. She'll definitely be down to do a genocide fundraiser.
New York City Music Hall! We got 3 presidents in the building tonight. That sounds like a
party to me. 1 million people in Gaza are on the brink of famine. Sounds like a party to me. Biden using our taxes to send Israel more warplanes so they can take the lives of another 10,000 children. That's a party to me. Raising money for the guy who destroyed Libya, the guy who destroyed Gaza, and the guy who carpet bombed Serbia. That's a party to me. I mean, it's really wild to juxtapose what our politicians and rich people are doing here in America as they are actively facilitating the starvation of little babies in Gaza. All facilitated by this man, Joe Biden, who just sent Israel another $14.5 billion. And he has the gall to come before us and do a fundraiser asking for more money. Sounds like a party to me. Shut up. I'm so sick of you people.
Wow.
All
That's
right.
going to sink him, that Gaza. I'm glad.
All right. So I don't know if it was because of Eddie specifically, but it looks like this got to Lizzo along with a lot of other videos and comments. People weren't really too pleased with her headlining that. So I'm getting tired of she put this on Instagram. I'm getting tired of putting up with being dragged by everyone in my life and on the internet. All I want is to make music and make people happy and help the world be a little better than how I found it. But I'm starting to feel like the world doesn't want me in it. I'm constantly up against lies being told about me for clout and views, being the butt of the joke every single time because of how I look, my character being picked apart by people who don't know me and disrespecting my name. I didn't sign up for this shit. I quit.
Going back to pilot school?
Well, the reaction around the world was very swift and stunning.
That was at the actual event.
So there was much rejoicing at Lizzo's post that she would stop making music and inflicting her considerable weighty presence on the public.
You cut ass cheeks out of a basketball jersey. That's where the joke came from.
Yes.
She's dressed like, remember on back in the day, Jerry Springer or Maury Povich? My mom dresses like too sexy, even though she's a big fat slob. And they'd bring the mom on and she goes, shut up, I look good. Okay, we all looked at that as something bad back then.
It's like Cartman, I do what I want.
Yeah, and then now that's like, God bless you. 3 presidents, please come out. Wear a bra as a shirt. I look good.
But the rejoicing was short-lived. She's back in a one-piece.
So you're not going to quit dressing inappropriately.
In a one-piece bathing suit.
For your weight. Yeah. That's great.
So so this is her retraction of her retirement.
I want to make this video because I just need to clarify. When I say I quit, I mean I quit giving any negative energy attention. Okay. What I'm not going to quit is the joy of my life, which is making music, which is connecting to people. Because I know I'm not alone. In no way, shape, or form am I the only person who is experiencing that negative voice that seems to be louder than the positive. If I can just give one person the inspiration or motivation to stand up for themselves and say they quit letting negative people win, negative comments win, then I've done even more than I could have hoped for. With that being said, I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep being me. Once again, I just want to say thank you. The love that I've received, means more than you know.
Okay. All right. This is really fascinating how
her handlers told her
when you get this kind of movement, right? It always attracts narcissists,
of course,
who master the language of that movement and use it to aggrandize themselves.
Yeah.
So look, the movement to not shame people for their appearance or their weight, that's all good. I think you cross a line when you get into trying to say you can be healthy at this weight, or when you start to say that ideas of beauty standards are entirely socially constructed, because there is a clear evolutionary value to being able to run away from a tiger, which clearly Lizzo would not be your chosen mate if that's what you were looking for. Someone who's going to survive. I'm talking about the circumstances under which we evolved. So there is probably, well, maybe we could get you two together.
Can outrun a tiger.
I'm like a tiger that chases fat
there is clearly a biological imperative. I always ask people who believe these things, because they always consider themselves scientific. So you believe in evolution? Okay, so why don't you think natural selection would favor bodies that are healthier?
Well,
then wouldn't that favor people who are attracted to healthier bodies? So no, it's not all a social construction. Yeah. There is play. Yes, like society can impose beauty standards. The model beauty standard is not natural. But frankly, most straight guys I talk to don't want that either. They're not looking for women built like 12-year-old boys.
It's just a normal, this is the curse of being pretty. She got a very pretty face, but she's fat. So she has all the airhead and narcissist of a hot chick, but God set her back with a fat body. She's got a beautiful face. If she was thin, she would be more of a maniac. She's actually mad. It's like that American Horror Story where the guy had little arms and he was upset about his arms. He goes, "'Cause look how handsome I am. I'm a star." And the ghost was disgusted with his narcissism in the carnival. That's what this is. You're fighting to be a big fat whore in the whore system of evil devil music. That's not self-esteem. They're bringing Diddy down right now for it, and Nas is next. This is disgusting.
Well, see, there's
not because she's fat.
Well, there's the thing. Live by the movement, die by the movement. Okay, so you built your whole brand around body positivity and not shaming anybody, and
now she can't lose weight.
Being a positive role model and spreading positivity. And then it comes out that you're this deranged narcissistic monster.
Of course.
That already destroyed her. And she's so out of touch that she thought, well, okay, I could rehabilitate myself, because generally, at least in the before times, in the before October 7 times, if you aligned yourself with these ghouls from the Democratic Party,
that's right,
those same people liked that. But now, post October 7th, a lot of people who are in that movement, who think in that way, have turned on Biden. They've turned on the Democrats. A lot of them have gotten real woke, not the fake woke that I would consider them being before. And they realized these people don't believe in any of this.
Right.
So the worst thing she could have done to rehabilitate her image, and I think she thought it was a good career move, was to appear at that fundraiser.
Oh,
and I think getting exoriated for it rather than praised and welcomed back into the fold, she didn't expect.
It blew her mind like it blew her lap band when she...
Keaton.
Well, I mean, I think this is why, you asked earlier in the segment, why couldn't they get someone else to play Radio City, right? And I think this is partly an answer to that. Like, I think a lot of celebrity musicians who could possibly headline an event like that can read the writing on the wall. Like, does
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen want to go and play that show now with the protesters outside? Probably not. Like, only someone with no awareness of themselves or their surroundings would say, yeah, sure, I'll take that gig. Like, I don't think a Katy Perry or a Sarah Bareilles, I'm just drawing from the names that played the DNC in, 2016. I don't think they would do it because, why inject themselves into...
Like, is Beyonce going to play that gig at this point?
Right. Is she going to do that? Is she going to inject herself into this in this way? No, because she knows better. Lizzo doesn't know better. And so, sure, I'll take it. And then she gets very surprised by all the negative backlash.
You might have been at the back of the Rolodex, actually. They might have tried to get other people.
She's
like,
she's
they may have. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not really a surprise to me that she made it on there, because I can't imagine a musician who's big enough to the point where they have the cachet to headline an event like that. I can't imagine anyone actually putting themselves out there in that way at this time.
So Lizzo did not quite get the response, I think, from this. We didn't ask for this. We're just fine with her quitting. If I Need Attention was a person.
Well, that's all of them. That's all of the people on the stage.
Girl, we know what you meant. You can dish the negativity, but can't take it back. Yep, exactly.
All right, don't pile on her. I mean,
so, I know a lot of you have been let down. There are hotlines and numbers you could call if this puts you into a depression. Finding out that Lizzo, after building up your hopes, is not actually going to go away. But with any luck, the double negativity that she got back, because if you look through the comments, it's almost 80% negative when she said she's not quitting.
Yeah.
So, and besides that, I mean, you cannot quit all you want. You lost your fan base with the charges. Yeah. And this only made it worse, when clearly she was trying to improve
I don't think
situation.
it's up to her if she quits. And these people, like, just the way music recording works, she probably owes money to the studios. Like, it's like when what's his name
but
was
you
taking his
can't
music
get
off
blood
Spotify.
from a stone, man. You put out an album nobody wants to listen to. I mean,
well, then
I think her
ways.
brand has been irrevocably damaged.
Now, you know what'll be an even bigger blow to fans is if she's trapped in that fatness. She can't go Ozempic. If she loses weight like Adele did, and remember people like Adele is like she became a race trader just to being fat. That's how insane it is to jump on board.
That whole thing, it's so anti-science, it just drives me insane. You know, I mean, there's to tell that is criminal. To tell people
that believe in science
you can be healthy at any size. That is criminal. You're killing people telling them that. It's like telling people no. And I actually knew a guy who was so crazy. He said this. You know, the cigarettes might actually be good for you.
It's like
that's basically what you're telling
like
people.
A doctor telling you which cigarette brand is best for your T-zone from the 50s.
Yeah,
or the I Smoke Cools. We don't say it enough, but being fat is really good for you. We played that clip. Unbelievable. We're back in the complete capture of everything.
Hey, there's still tickets available in Stockholm, Oslo, Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, Cortland, New York, Oakmont, Pennsylvania, El Paso, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Edmonton, Alberta, Vancouver, British Columbia, Denver, Ashland, Virginia, and Athens, Georgia. See you there.